Okay. Chav Ches. Al yeh pikachah ra. Don't your talk should not be bad. Um, Ain't shel Torah. It's not praiseworthy as far as Torah is concerned. Have a tov, but be good. Shekain shiv chashel Torah, because that is the praise of Torah. Okay, so here is Kav Ches. Aya Pirkei Ra b'chulim. Second time is Isa. My Pirkei Noah. What is Pirkei Noah? Shalo. That's all of Shem and Ra being Nuru. So that was not what I said before. It's not that your talk should be nice, but you should not have. Well, I guess that it's included in what's necessary in order that a good name should have come out upon you in your youth. In other words, even in your youth, you should be careful because you never can. Well, it's an interesting thing. Let's hear the opposite. Don't do foolish things. Even if you repent in your old age, from the deeds of your youth, is not praiseworthy for the Torah. In other words, you don't look good. It says by the people always righteous would say praiseworthy um, is our youth, which does not embarrass old age. The people who were Tshuva would say Ashrei Ziglusin Shekipra Yalusin. Praiseworthy is our old age that atone for our youth. It's possible that Shumi Lashon HaTalmud Benosi Soshigila Pirkon. Soshigila Pirkon means girls who have reached the marriageable age. I know shown ace was mine, so it means the right time and the right epic. That kavana shetefam chukosom mishan litim. So it means that a person's nature and his desire changes at specific times of life. He may yaldus to a bachrus in the days of youth to the days of adolescence, I guess. And from the days of adolescence to the days of his being a young man. May illumine amazing from the days of being a young man to the days of being an old man. Even though based on the epic of your life, in which you're doing something, it looks like what you're doing is appropriate. After that time of life passes, and another time comes instead of it, then you recognize Shema Soba Rishonim, Beperek Shavar, what he did in the previous chapter of his life. Actually, I don't know whether that's probably a good translation. I just chapter of his life. Perek Shavar Hevel Hema, they are for naught or frivolous. They were not effective. Zeta said you should do things which are appropriate. The time after it's come, you will not look with regret at the previous chapter of your life, which is a very rare thing. Those people do look with regret, including myself and sure many others, at certain things which we should have or could have or should not have or could not have done in our previous chapter of life. Lisa's lesson change. What is this poetic language? It's not the praise of Torah. The Shebach of Torah is that I give you something which is a good acquisition, which is true good. Shembo Shumra Ma'olam, which is never bad. So I guess the Shebach of Torah is that you should have attempt to make sure to have a lekach tov. I give you the opportunities, make sure to follow them. Okay, so let's see his examples here. Was the test also? The test is the test. Esther. Yomer Melech Esther b'mishtei yayin. Mashal saying nasalach mabakashasecha chatzia machus v'steyos. Tanes Tomer Shela si ubakosh si אם עשה שיחי מיני המלך וגומר עשה שעשי לסייס בקושי, יבוא המלך ואומר המשתה וגומר המלך בראשו. Well, that was a long quote. The king, when he saw Ki Esther istaknoa b'nafsha, Esther put herself in danger. Lavo shelo kados, without when it was not appropriate time. Shabilti savi tvaka. She meant it was without a doubt. She's gonna ask him. Gedolos knows great and awesome things. Okay, what are you gonna? What do you want? Tina kamanas boa, and she diminished the intent of her kind. Tana said to her, see my question and my request, the Erech Shiflusi, based on how low I am. See how low mitzaru. What could I ask for you? I can only ask a small thing. I'm not sure how that relates to that was from last time. That was from last time. I made a mistake.
Yeah.
Last time. And that's talking about that you should ask for a small thing. Okay, right. Sorry about that. Okay. Let's get to Chaf without any further ado. So what does it mean? It's interesting. He says, I would not have interpreted the possible way if not for his saying this. But he's saying Bachur and Yaldus are two separate things.
Yeah.
There's Bachrut and there's Yaldut. Bachrut comes after Yaldut.
Right.
So Yismach Bachur b'Yaldusecha. But it's make sure to do in your Yaldus things which will cause you to be happy in your Bachrus. In retrospect. Okay? And going a step further. When you're a young man, you should be happy with what you did when you were a Bachar. It's a revolutionary shot in the pasuk. Right? Tismabi will say the second kashem masim neosim. Asher b'agia achar ze perek me'abachrus yitivcha gam oz libcha ma'aseh yadusecha. Well, actually, he doesn't go as far as I did. He just says in the bachrus you should be happy about your yaldus. But I think that he's stepping, going a step further also. He's saying that, like I said, yitivcha libcha, because the odds are that Shlomo Melech in Koheles is talking not to a child or even to a teenager. He's talking to somebody who was ready, mature. So therefore, saying, you first of all, your bachrus should be such that your yaldus will be happy at yaldus. And now that hopefully you're at a stage where you're looking back at your bachrus, that it in and of itself is something to be happy in. Those tovim, but ain't chara. Okay, but it's still a little bit of difficult pasuk because by the time Shlomo is giving the guy advice, it's a bit late, right?
Okay.
So I don't know. Avi Sadik Gila Achar Gila. Okay. Ksheno ben l'adam yagil b'aviv. When a person is born, his father rejoices in him. B'zeh muvdelas gilas avi hatzadik migilas avi harasha. Teaching happiness of the father of tzaddik and happiness of the father of Rasha. Shavi harasha engo bo rak beis hagil shalida. If you gave birth to Rasha, then you're only happy when he's born. But later on, when the son is cause you difficulty, then the rejoicement of your happiness turns to anguish. His enthusiasm will be ongoing. He will continuously be rejoicing and always have the happiness he had at the time he was born. So everybody's happy when a kid is born. That's great. The question is how long it lasts, right? So that's a gil tzaddik. What does that mean? He's going to be happy. Gila achar gila. He's always going to be happy because his kid always gives a nachas, and it's not just when the kid is born. So Simon your fellow. Okay, somebody whose das is Noach in front of his when before his chachma, that's a good sign. Which ain't that Noach mipnei chachma. So Simon Ralo, that's a bad sign. Beis hachachma. If you do something, and you at the time when you're smart, or by the time you think it's smart, ain't no it's you don't know if that's not smartness, was true smartness, or your desires cause you to twist things around. Once you did whatever you did with your chachma, so if you're okay with your chachma, sha'avra which passed, then makir shapirko run. It doesn't seem that you did something wrong. Sima tov lo. It's a good sign for him. That he did good in his chachma. What you thought at the time was chachma. Turns out later on to not have been chachma, avra, that which passed. Simaralo, shibirko ra means that whatever you did was not pirko tov, but pirko ra.
All right. I have to stop here, unfortunately, even though it's not very long. Do you want me to call you back and we can continue? I need a break.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I'm very sorry.
Okay.
Give me 5-10 minutes. Yeah, you're still sharing your email screen here.
Yeah, that's on the other screen. There we go. Okay. Mishlei. She's smart, she's happy on her last day, that on everything which preceded that last day. That she's going into the world to come with might and with glory. And then he can be happy, but she can be happy also in the next chapter of her life, which is the Olam HaEmes. So finally, we get to something which I think makes it more relevant, is that always a person should be plan about that they should be able to be happy on their last day at which they're taking with them to the world to come. Okay. Back to the previous page, I think. Elevate Tov, but be good. Shekain Shivcha Shel Torah, that is praiseworthy. The praise of the Torah, okay, which seems to be quite obvious. Ella, besides not having a bad past, you still should have Tov, that you should be make the effort that it should be good. Shetakir b'perak haba, that so you'll be able to recognize in the next chapter of life, that in the previous chapter of life, your deeds were good. That is the praise of Torah. That after you do the mitzvah, the midah and the measure, hamur b'Torah, which is mentioned in Torah, takir, makir adam na mitzvah, the person recognizes how pleasant the mitzvah was. Midah and the measure shemuskeles ma'od, that it was very, very intelligent on his part.
Okay.
I think it's pretty simple. So let's go on to the next one. Heavy ohebas Torah mechabdom, love Torah and honor it. Heavy ohebas sabrios mechabdom, love people and honor them. Okay. Heavy chulei straightforward. Heavy ohebas sabrios mechabdom, love them and respect them. B'mash ben al mechavero. It says that he changed the order. in the Derech Zuta, it says actually first, but he changed the order, I guess, to emphasize the Ben Al Chavero more. What does he have here? Base. In age which Eliyahu you find tzaddikim, and Megafon, he would embrace, he would hug them, would go embrace them, Menashkar and kiss them. 9 Tedelecha, How do you know this? Know that Shenemra Shamaru Akodesh Elio Malachapo Begomer, when it said to Elio, "What are you doing here?" This is when he was still in the fleeing from Achav in the riverbed. V'yomer Hashem le'elov lecha darkecha, go on your way. Midbar da Mesech to the Uvasav Mishach Azol Melech Al Aram. No, this is afterwards. This is where after the whole business with Achav. This is when he's still by Har Sinai. He fled after the story with Har Carmel to Har Sinai. And he was there and he got his big revelation. I said, "What are you doing here?" He said, "Go to the Mesech and then you should anoint Chazoel, king on Aram. Besio benim shitim shach melech Yisrael. There was Elisha ben Shavet me'avem mechol tim shach l'novi tachtecha. Begoymer. Shmi nomi tzevi. Echon shem mitzvah Elisha goymer. Found Elisha. Be'avor elav Elio ve'yishlecho adar tolav Elio cast his cloak upon him. Fi ashkavar Yishayna, according to this, the first glance, ein how is it going to be proving from here that Elio Navi loved tzaddikim and embraced them? So we have to examine this. I say, check him out in three things. To be king in Assyria. That's Yisrael to be king in Israel. That's Elisha to be the Navi instead of him. It seems that appointing Elisha to be Hidnobi instead of him, should be something which he's opposed to doing. In other words, because that means you're finished, right? Passing the mantle to Elisha, I guess there is translated as mantle, literally. Passing the mantle to Elisha means Elio's job is over. Right? In the Barav could say that she's stop it. Right? But it's him Shechas I died boss as my mom, so it's still to fulfill his job. It's a certain amount of time. Because he loved people. He would embrace and kiss him. He also his name Hasar. Kamvor Bikra.
He was with 12 cows or something, I think.
12 cows, yeah. He's a pake. Lo he couldn't restrain himself. Lavar love and pass by him, without coming face to face with him. Came here, Lashlich Elov Adarto. That's why he tossed upon him his mantle, which is the indication that Elisha will be taking over. Lamania Voe love Shirchab Kovin Ashko in order to come to him and embrace him and kiss him. So just the fact that he came first, I don't guess. So the fact that he first did the task which he should have left for last indicates how precious the tzaddikim were to him, including his own Talmud Elisha.
Okay.
Back to the text. Suppress your own ratzon before the ratzon of your friend. That's the Rachel Leah, the David the show. That's the Rachel did for Leah and David did the show. It's one of this happens one of the two categories. Either the other guy is your friend, or he's your enemy. Yeah, one or the other. So to the matter itself. It's either removes your good, right? It takes away your good, or causes you bad, right? Mm-hmm. Either you lose your good or you actually get bad results. And also in how you are over on your own ratzon. It's not. There's no other choice. Either he doesn't arouse any logic or any opinion. There's no havamina not be ma'avir ratzon. Or he can't think. I don't want to move my ratzon for the other persons. Nevertheless, so he overcomes that with the power of his understanding. And he nullifies his ratzon in front of the ratzon of his fellow. And this is the difference between how Rachel was a Mavir Ratzona in front of for Leah and David before Shaul. So it was, I guess she loved her sister. But and she lost out something good which she could have had about Nisel Yaakov. But it wasn't something which caused her evil. She just didn't get the good. Although I could certainly quibble with that assessment of the situation. But that's how he interprets it.
Okay.
Nobody tried to persuade her not to be Mavir Ritzona. Right? She just went straight ahead without any impediment. That's very different. The negative Sona Mevakish Nafsho is against his enemy who wanted to kill him. And was bad for him. Because Shaul was going to run after him, pursue him, and cause him pain. And also, his enemy said, David's friends and allies said, okay, you can get him. What are you waiting for?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Hey, nevertheless, he covered his spirit, and he forsook his own words. It was a nice shot. Elsewhere, the author wrote that what a person yearns for are three types of things: Tavas Nefesh, the taiva of his bodily soul; Tavas Ruach, the taiva of his spirit; and Tzipias Chedas Ruach, the desire of his spirit; Tzipias Yeshama, the yearning of his soul. Ne'avaras Ratzon Rachel Le'ashlo Gilsa Yaakov. That which Rachel was Mavir Amidosea to Leah. I'm sorry, that which Rachel was Mavir said to Leah, that she didn't reveal to Yaakov that there had been a switch. She lost the desire of her body. I guess, but here we mean emotion mode, because I don't think body is what we would say. Mm-hmm. Let's call it emotion. That which is spirit desired, to be king. Okay, maybe. I like the first shot better.
All right. Okay.
Could we do another one?
No, I think that's enough. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Take care.
Next week again. It's a shame.
It's a shame. Bye.